This is the sharperimage PowerBoost Pro Plus compact massage gun. This is a very common device that you'll find in a lot of department stores: Target, Macy's, Kohl's, JCPenney, CVS, Sam's Club, to name a few. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the specifications and features of this device. I'll talk about what comes with it out of the box, and I will provide my overall thoughts after using it. So to start, let's take a look at what comes with the device when you buy it. This right here is what the device itself looks like. It does have one of the attachment heads in it already. You have a very small compact design. The handle of this is a dark metal aluminum, and then you have a black rubberized upper on it. On the side here, it does say the name of the device, PowerBoost Pro Plus Compact. On the other side, it does say sharperimage. On the one end of it, you have the entire controls of it. You have a power button on the bottom of the device, so in order to turn the device on, you just press and hold that. And then on the back side of it, you have an LED screen that has your speed indicator, your battery indicator, and then this is a temperature dial. On the front side of it here, you have a couple different lights that change when you do adjust to either hot or cold temperature with the heated or cold attachment in it. To that point, it does come with 4 different attachments. This attachment that it comes in the device with is the heated and cooling attachment. It has a solid metal face to it. It is a flat, very, very firm attachment. Then you also get a hard plastic fork attachment, a firm foam ball attachment, and a hard plastic flathead attachment. Now, all of these attachments, you just give it a gentle pull and twist, and you can easily switch them out for whatever attachment you want to have in there. Now, all of these pieces do come inside of the case that the device comes with. It's a very small, compact case. It's square, it's firm. You do have some sharperimage branding on one side of it. You have some orange accenting on the zipper pull. You have a nylon fabric handle on it, and it is just a very solid case that's going to protect your device. Everything that comes with it does have a space inside the case, so you can see everything fits right in there. We already talked about the attachment heads. It does also come with a charging cord. The charging cord is USB-C to USB-A. It is a very short charging cord. It's just about 12 inches long. In order to charge the device, there's just a spot on the bottom of it for the USB-C, and then you need to plug it into either a USB-A outlet or a USB cell phone charging block. That is everything that comes with the device. In terms of some of the specifications and features of it, it does have what I'm estimating to be a 10mm stroke length. They don't advertise it anywhere, but the best I can measure it, that is what I could get it to be measured at. That distance is just the distance that this massage head is actually moving away from the device itself. The stall force on this, again, they don't advertise, but I'm going to estimate to be around 20 pounds. That is regardless of what speed you're on. Some devices are going to be variable when you change those speeds. This seems to be pretty much the same no matter what speed you have it on. I'm going to go ahead and just show that stall force and stroke length here. Again, this is a 6-speed device, so I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way up to the 6 speed. In order to do that, you just quick press this power button on the bottom, and you'll see it'll change speeds there on the screen. So there it is on the 6 speed, and I'll just show the stall force here. So it does stall pretty easily, but you see it starts back up right away, which is nice. But again, most of the time you should just be floating over your tissues, taking a couple seconds to pass over each area. You shouldn't be pushing really, really hard unless you're really trying to get aggressive in some of your bigger muscle groups, the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, maybe your calves. Really shouldn't be having to push super, super hard. You should be letting the device do most of the work. So it does do a good job when you are just floating over your muscle tissues. However, for me personally, just with that 10mm stroke length, it just feels very, very vibrational. It doesn't really feel like it's percussing into my muscles, just sort of creating whatever area on my skin to sort of just go numb from the vibrations, numb in a good way from the vibrations, but it's not really percussing and massaging, generating a lot of blood flow to that area because it's just not moving a lot. I talked about the speeds there. They don't advertise what the speeds are. I would estimate that they're somewhere between 1,500 and 3,000 percussions per minute. Again, I'll just show a couple of those speeds. So this is the lowest speed here. And again, just quick pressing these, and it shows that number indicator for the speeds. The dots below it right here, that's the battery life. So the battery life on this is advertised to be 2 hours. That's going to vary depending on if you're using the hot and cold attachment, how much pressure you're applying against it, how frequently you're using it. That battery life is going to vary, but it is rated at 2 hours. It does take about 3 hours to fully charge. The battery is not removable in any way. This device is fixed at this 90-degree angle. There's no Bluetooth compatibility with it whatsoever, so there's no app or anything you control it with. The motor on this is relatively quiet. Again, just to turn it on and show some of those speeds with the noise. This is a little bit louder when you have this hot and cold attachment in it, just because the attachment itself has a little bit more just going on with it. It's a bigger attachment. It's much more rigid because a lot of it is plastic and metal. So this is about as loud as it gets. The weight of this is 1.5 pounds. The dimensions of this are going to be 6.5 inches by 5 inches by 2 inches. There isn't any warranty information provided for it, and I'm guessing it's because of the price point on it. And again, there's nothing in the box, nothing in the instructions, nothing on any of the store's websites that I could see relating to warranty. So my general assumption there is that it just does not include one. But the price point of this is $85. It is HSA and FSA eligible. A few of my thoughts on it. The first would be that even though it is only 1.5 pounds, because of how compact it is, it does feel heavier than that. Just keep that in mind. If you're somebody that thinks that this could be too heavy, you might want to look at more of an actual mini massage gun device, which is actually going to be smaller than this. A few things that I like about it. I do like the ability to see what speed you're on, just with this big screen in the back. Now, something I haven't touched on yet is this heating and cooling attachment. Not a lot of devices have this, and especially not a lot of devices have it where it is self-powered by the device itself. Inside of this, there's just some little coils that line up with the backside of this attachment specifically that help power the heating and cooling of this. So in order to turn the heating and cooling on, you just twist this dial on the back. So if you twist it to the right, it's going to turn on the heat function. There's a red light that comes out of the top. You also get a red light ring on the front. That's how you know the heat is on. And it does have 3 different heat settings. So again, they don't advertise at all what those 3 different heat settings are, other than they advertise that the maximum of it is 115 degrees. Now, it does start to heat up pretty quickly. My only comment on this is that this is great when it is just stationary, but pretty much as soon as you get past the first speed of the device, it's moving so fast that you don't really retain a lot of that heat. Now, if you keep it really, really close to your skin and just kind of don't move, you can feel it. But if you're moving around, you don't really get a lot of that just with that heat. The other thing I'll say is with the cold function, and again, in order to show the cold function, you just rotate the ring the other way to the left, and you'll have those blue light indicators come on. You have that blue ring in the front. This does have a little bit of a fan noise with the cooling attachment. And again, this does get cool relatively quickly, cool to the touch. They advertise at the coldest, it gets to 38 degrees Fahrenheit. I personally don't feel that it is actually that cold. And again, they don't advertise what the first and second temperature of that are. They only advertise the 2 extremes. The one thing I would caution everybody with this is that the fact that this is able to percuss while you have the cooling function on makes no sense at all. If you're going to use this cooling function, I would highly recommend you do not turn the massage gun on itself and just use it in a stationary circular motion wherever you are trying to ice. I use it on my face because that's the most sensitive part that I can actually feel how cold it is. It is definitely cold to the touch, but I would just massage around whatever area you want to massage like this, because really the purpose of a massage gun is to help draw blood to whatever area you're massaging. And the cold attachment is going to really do the opposite of that. So it's really counterintuitive to have it percussing and the cold attachment on at the same time. Something to make note of. I'm honestly not a medical professional, but I know enough about dilation, restriction of your blood cells, and just what the purpose of these devices are. And I would just recommend, if you're going to use the cold function, just kind of use it in a stationary. I do think that this could be good if you're looking for some like eye puffiness, but it's not going to be as good in terms of cooling as the Therabody depuffing wand or the TheraFace Pro with the cold attachment. Both of those are much better than what this is, or even the Hyperice attachments. Just something to be aware of there with that. But I do like that it is self-powered by this. I like how the dial is easily to turn them from hot to cold, and you can just switch between them really, really easy. It's got a nice loud click to it. But in terms of an actual massage gun, for the price point, I do think there are better options out there. Now, certainly there's a nice draw for the heating and cooling function, but I would steer people at the $100, $150 price point towards some of the Bob and Brad devices on Amazon. If you're willing to spend the money, I would definitely look more at a Theragun or a Hyperice device. But if you're just looking for something easy, under $100, certainly, you know, some people will be appreciative of this. Again, I prefer a more aggressive massage. 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter devices just don't really do much for me. I need to be more like a 16 millimeter to really feel that punch. It does feel pretty heavy for the size of it, although it is a relatively small handle, so it feels good in that sense. But I just can't in good faith recommend this to people if this is what you're looking to get for your first massage gun. Again, it is a good build quality. It's very solid. I just think there's better options out there for the price point. Now, it's great that it does include the case. One of the other Sharper Image devices that I looked at, which was the Sport one, didn't include the case, but it was half the price. You know, for $40 more, you're getting the cooling attachment, heating attachment, plus the case. In that sense, this is justified over that one, 100%. This one actually feels more powerful than that one as well. But for the price point, I would just recommend people look at some other options. Now, if you're just looking for something easy or looking for something for kids, I will say the one like genuine positive comment on the Target website was someone mentioning that they bought it for their 11-year-old daughter and it was perfect for them. I would agree with that. Young children or elderly probably don't need the really, really aggressive massage guns. So this could be a great option for them. All the other reviews on Target's website were mentioned that they're a part of a paid promotion. So I don't truly believe any of those ratings. Just those are my overall thoughts on it. Not an absolutely terrible device. Nothing that I can say super, super negative other than I just feel that there's better options out there. If you're looking for something small, I would point people towards the Ekron Bantam, the Jaku Mini, even the Theragun Mini. You know, I would recommend those other ones over Theragun Mini, but if you're just looking for something small, I would look a little bit more in that direction. If you guys have specific questions about the PowerBoost Pro Plus Compact, go ahead, drop it in the comments down below. I will do my best to answer those questions as always. If you guys like videos like this, you want to see more different department retail store massage devices, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you find out anytime I get new videos uploaded. It's a busy time of the year. It's the holiday season, so there's a lot of different devices that companies and stores are trying to sell. I want to make sure people are informed, getting their money's worth. Again, remember, no warranty information on there, so if $100 with no warranty is risky to you, again, I would steer you towards some of those devices that have the 1-year warranty. But anyways, that is just a very quick review of the Sharper Image PowerBoost Pro Plus Compact. That's a review. Enjoy your recovery.